What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I was alerted by the good brother Kelvin that Reverend Jamal Bryant has a podcast. This is very interesting. I've seen him on podcasts. However, I had no idea he was curating his own content in the podcast format. In this clip today, brothers, I want to examine, because again, it revolves around the relationship between black men and black women. Also, it undertones the situation with Kamala Harris running as a presidential candidate and how many black men feel about that. But let us play this particular clip, and then I'm going to come back.
30% of all divorces are black people.
Yes.
16% are Latino. This is the largest amount of single black women post-slavery. And so here's the disconnect nobody's talking about. The largest demographic of those who are single are educated, high-achieving black women. And so I know you done found Chef Boyardee, but everybody else is at Cookout and Chick-fil-A drive-thru. Black women who are single and did, here it is, everything the church told them to do. They went and got degrees. Mm-hmm. They are walking every day. They drinking water. Mm-hmm. They done pull pork it out of their diet. They saving. They go to the midweek Bible study. It's still not happening.
Now, this is interesting. He talks about the disparities between why black women can't get a man, and the black church, she's done everything that the church told her to. And I'm going to get into that comment in a moment, but I want to read the good brother Jay Shine Random's good buddy of mine. I was able to meet him in Kenya just a few months ago. It says the black church has been leaning towards worldly practices of all types, and is not raising or training our women to be wives and teachers no more. When it comes to our women and our men, the black church is not and has not for some time supported God's order. I also want to read the secondary comment from somebody with a different opinion. This is a guy by the name of Marcus Mills. Black women have 3 times the number of bachelor's and 5 times the number of master's advanced degrees as black men, and they live 10 years longer than black men. And then we tell those black women to seek submission rather than respecting her leadership. Here's the fix. Number 1, make it a cultural imperative that black men get advanced degrees. And 2, celebrate the reality that the black American family structure, and has been for hundreds of years, matriarchal rather than patriarchal like our oppressors, and recognize that there's been a source of strength, resilience, and success. This is a very interesting comment from Mr. Marcus C. Mills. So first of all, respecting black women's leadership. Now, I grew up in the 80s and 90s where everything was about black female leadership. Okay, my mom ran our house even when my father was there. Black women were our teachers when I was coming up, especially in Del Paso High School District. Many of the teachers, if they were not white, they were black women that were teachers. They were getting opportunities. We had a black principal that was a female. In the black church, black women were the dominating gender in the black church. Who is submitting to who? All right. Then he's saying that you need to get black men to get advanced degrees to do what? Sir, to do what? See, what you don't understand is black men, as they get advanced degrees, I hate to say this, and it even sound facetious in it to certain people, but those brothers that get those advanced degrees, there are going to be many of them that are not going to go towards black women. Black men with advanced degrees have a lot of opportunities, a lot of dating options, and they're going to want somebody who would be okay in a more submissive role. Many of them. Not saying all. Now, he says this, celebrate the reality that the black American family structure has been matriarchal than patriarchal. How has that worked out for us? Again, these guys don't prove to any points. At any point, have we seen the black community in comparisons to what it has been in the past? Now, mothers are respected more in the black community than in the white community. It's always been like that from what I understand. But tell me where we're doing better. When we had more businesses, the Black Wall Streets, before even civil rights, you had black men in the families, in the homes. A lot of these colleges were started in churches' basements. Women helped. They did not run the churches. There were no prominent black female pastors in the 1910s, 20s, 30s, and 40s, and 50s. And a lot of the business districts and business centers, although you had black women entrepreneurs there, you had men, because men are more concerned with things like that. Men are more concerned about big networks. Not saying that women are not, but women are more concerned about, their children. They are concerned about business, but again, family life, things like that. Men are more risk takers, more risk adverse. It's not saying that women can't do business, but I'm just saying this is the truth. So when you have more men, look at every other community that does well. They have their men. African migrants, immigrants, Nigerian immigrants do better than African Americans for one reason, in my honest opinion, outside of the fact, they did work hard. They have both their parents. If you take African Americans and drop them off in Nigeria with the same structure, they're gonna do well. Asians have both their parents. Latinos, both their parents, with a man running the household. Okay? I don't know what Marcus S.C. Mills is talking about. And lastly, what does the Bible say about who is in control? See, Jamal Harrison Bryant talks about they did everything the black church told them to except submit to your husband. The Bible never said submit to your husband only if he got more education than you. That's what you said. The Bible didn't say submit to your husband if you make more than him. All right, only if he makes more than you. The Bible don't say that. The Bible says submit to your husband as he submits to God. So if he's submitting to God, if Christ is the head of the family, he's number two. Why the church ain't told him that? Because the black church ain't told him that. You guys are lying. And then when you get these educated black men that are in your cohorts, what are we seeing in black America? Be honest. I mean, come on now. I mean, just in my own vantage point, the numbers prove it. As black men get more education and they go to PWIs, they're becoming less and less tolerant of what goes on in the black community as far as dating and mating relationships are concerned. Black men are feeling their value is someplace else. Someplace else. That is where they're going. Then y'all complain about it. Well, you can blame Jamal Harrison Bryant for that, because no man that has a lot of opportunity, that has options, is gonna put up with some woman's attitude. I'm gonna tell you like that. First of all, I hate to remind y'all, yes, black men are less in number. So people should act like that, should behave like that. Just like we behave when we see a nice looking woman that got it going on and she's different. Yeah, we got to act like we want to be, chose for a woman like that, right? Imagine a man having an attitude when a woman is very beautiful, she's looking nice, you're attracted to her. No, you better act like you got some sense, right? It only makes sense. No, a lot of women in the community want somebody to act right for them, but when it's their turn to put their bid in, where's their attitude at? It's, well, shoot, I know I'm all this. I know I'm okay, fine. That's your attitude. And this whole attitude about, we're teaching too many of the men out there. And I know we got effeminization, but, the men don't want to suffer anymore and build for the community. That's largely because of the single motherhood accepted by the black church. You got spoiled men now. And the black church don't want to take any ownership of what they taught our people. While we're getting mocked by every other group that submits to their men, that let their men lead, and then the one group that you have where the women are leading are mad because the men ain't leading, and y'all trying to say, well, we want somebody to be the leader, we want their men to lead, but then as soon as you come across a man like that, then there you go down a back dealing with somebody you can control. Just saying it to say something. Because if you want a man that can lead, that means you can't do what you want to do. That means you gotta, you have to submit and do things in his way. And there's a lot of ladies out there that gonna have a problem with that. And the black church don't want to admit it. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy, Shooter Jackson. Back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. Appreciate you for all the subscribe to the bell. We're out.